Okay, this is going to be our last lesson on coordinating conjunctions. Again, set up your notebooks, write in your table of contents, and then set up your notebook page. We're going to be doing coordinating conjunctions with compound sentences. Just to review really quickly, we've been working with conjunctions, and conjunctions are one of the 8 parts of speech. From the beginning, we have nouns. Nouns are words that name people, places, things, or ideas. We know about 3 noun jobs now. We know nouns can be subjects, nouns can be direct objects, and nouns can be the object of a preposition. The second part of speech is pronouns, and all they do is take the place of nouns. Then we have verbs, which are action words or state of being words, and they tell us what the subject is or does. Adjectives, which modify nouns and pronouns. Adverbs, which modify verbs and adjectives and other adverbs. Prepositions show the relationship between a noun or pronoun and another part in a sentence, and they're always in prepositional phrases. And now we're on conjunctions. And you know that conjunctions connect 2 or more words, phrases, or clauses. A little while later on, we'll do interjections. So to review before we start diagramming compound sentences, you know there are 3 types of conjunctions: coordinating, subordinating, and correlative. We've been focusing on coordinating conjunctions, and there are 7 coordinating conjunctions: for, and, nor, but, or, yet. So if you haven't memorized these yet, it is time. Our quiz is coming very soon, so please memorize those. Remember that when 2 elements are connected by a coordinating conjunction, we call the elements compound. And to diagram coordinating conjunctions, you draw a dotted line between the 2 elements that are being connected, and then you write the conjunction on the dotted line. Okay, so that brings us to what we're about to learn. You know that first we learned about compound subjects, verbs, and direct objects. When you have compound subject, verbs, and direct objects, you have to split that main line in the diagram, either in the subject place or the verb place or the direct object place, depending on which one of these is compound in the sentence. Then we studied compound adjectives and adverbs. That wasn't very different from what we already knew. We know how to diagram those slanted lines off of the word they modify, and we just connected the compound adjectives or adverbs with the dotted line and added the conjunction. Last lesson, we learned about compound phrases. We learned about 2 compound phrases. We learned about compound verb phrases, and there are 2 ways you can have a compound verb phrase. And we learned about compound prepositional phrases. Now we're going to learn about compound sentences. Here's an example. I saw a comedian on Friday night, and he made me laugh. This is the conjunction, and on both sides of the conjunction, you basically have 2 complete sentences. Okay, 2 complete sentences connected by a coordinating conjunction and making it 1 sentence or a compound sentence. Okay? So, compound sentences. We know that conjunctions connect 2 or more words, phrases, or clauses. We've already done words. We did subjects, verbs, direct objects, adjectives, adverbs. Those were all words that we could make compound. We already did phrases. We did verb phrases and prepositional phrases. So now it's time to learn what this thing clause is, okay? A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. Okay, I'm going to say that again. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. There are actually 2 types of clauses: independent clauses and dependent clauses. And you may have heard this before. Okay? Independent clauses and dependent clauses. A clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, I thought a sentence contained a subject and a verb. Well, independent clauses express complete thoughts and can stand alone as complete ideas. They are basically sentences. So yes, independent clauses. Remember, to have a sentence, you have to have a subject, a verb, and a complete thought, right? So independent clauses have a subject and a verb, and a complete thought. So independent clauses are basically sentences, right? So this is where we're going to end up, when I say we're going to make compound sentences, we're going to have coordinating conjunctions that connect two or more clauses, meaning, and they're going to be connecting independent clauses, okay? So in this lesson, we'll be diagramming compound sentences, which means we'll be diagramming two or more independent clauses. So now we will take care of this last part of the definition of conjunctions. Conjunctions connect two or more words, phrases, and now clauses. Okay, so here are some examples. You have your 7 coordinating conjunction based on fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And then here are compound sentences using each of those 7 coordinating conjunctions. I felt sleepy, for I had not slept in days. I ate chicken for dinner, and Joe ate pizza. I did not want to sleep, nor did I want to rest. I want to play at the park, but my brother wants to play at home. Dad can pick you up, or you can take the bus. I was tired, yet I was happy. It was dinner time, so I cooked a fabulous meal. If you look at each of these compound sentences, on either side of the conjunction, you have basically a complete sentence. In every case, both sides of the conjunction has a complete sentence. So that is how coordinated conjunctions work with compound sentences. Okay, diagramming compound sentences. So to diagram them, you're going to diagram one independent clause on top of the other, and then place the conjunction on a dotted vertical line connecting the two diagrams on the left side. Okay? Here is an example. I ate chicken for dinner and Joe ate pizza. So you see, I ate chicken for dinner is one sentence. Joe ate pizza is another sentence. And those two sentences, or independent clauses, are connected by the coordinating conjunction and. So I'm going to diagram one independent clause on top of the other. So I'm going to start with this independent clause. I ate chicken for dinner. So draw my T. What do I have? I have a subject, I, and I have the verb ate. And what did I eat? I ate chicken. So that's a direct object. That's a noun doing the job of direct object. So I'm going to draw that little line and add my direct object. So I ate chicken for dinner is telling you when I ate. So I'm going to diagram that prepositional phrase off of ate. Now you might look at this and go, but for is one of the coordinating conjunctions in fanboys, right? But in this case, it's being used as a preposition because it's part of a prepositional phrase. So keep in mind, again, words are whatever part of speech based on how they're being used. Okay? All right, so that's the first independent clause. I ate chicken for dinner, right? There it is. So then it says to diagram the two independent clauses on top of each other. So now we're going to do Joe ate pizza. Draw your T. Joe, what did Joe do? Joe ate, and what did Joe eat? He ate pizza. So we have subject, verb, and direct object. So those are our two independent clauses. Now we're going to connect them, the dotted line, and add the coordinating conjunction. Just like that, on the left side. And that is how you diagram compound sentences. Basically, you diagram the two sentences and you connect them with the dotted line and add the conjunction. Okay, so here's one to try. I will run and stretch at home, but I will do all of my lifting at the gym. Now this one's tricky, so give it a try, write it down in your notebooks, and then when you come to class, we will go over the answer.